Hello folks, Purple Camper again. I want to talk about avoiding pit bulls on the street. Dogs as a whole, but especially pit bulls. I believe there needs to be a pit bull free zone for you and your loved ones and your animals to go to without the threat of possibility of this animal living up to its reputation for coming after you and yours. So I think this video is going to be mostly for you to think in your community, how can you do a pit bull free zone? Reach out to see if there is one. A dog park that's restrictive to only certain breeds. Avoiding pit bulls as a whole. Get a plan on what you would do if you're walking down the street and you notice one. You've got to put this type of action into play. Also, what can we do to create a pit bull free zone? What can you do for your community to get them active in a pit bull free zone? Get one created, a little park. The best idea I have is find a person close by or somewhere near you that has a huge yard. Some people have a home and they usually buy the lots beside them if a house burns down or a lot comes available and they expand. Find somebody of this nature, somebody who already had a big yard that can compensate up to like 10 dogs, and have someone with a big huge yard and ask them, hey, do you wish to participate and we use your property for it, or something of that nature. I go to a regular park, not a dog park, a regular park, and of course, people can bring their animals. But I see a lot of people off leash with pit bulls. No. I head to my car and I leave the park for that day. I shouldn't have to, but I do it for my own personal safety. I avoid that situation. I'm no coward, let me state that, but I don't want to have that confrontation because it'll go wrong with me and the dog and the owner. For all I know, if I was to pull a weapon on an animal, fear for my life, and the owner of the animal comes up, they have a weapon, so I'm pointing it at the dog, and the man's pointing it at me. Avoid that. We live in crazy times with this coronavirus, this COVID-19, and that ain't making nothing easier. If people should wear a mask, I think we should muzzle certain animals with a mask and a muzzle. Just a thought. But create a pit bull free zone. See if there is a dog park that's pit bull free. And how do you avoid attacks? Make a plan on how you would avoid it. Drive around your area, notice where the pit bulls are and aren't. In my little area, I live in a poor part of Louisville, Kentucky. I live in the Portland area. It's poor. They have I'm not making this stat up. I'm going off of my experience when I noticed. Every 10 house. So you got 9 houses in between them. Free of pit bulls. But every 10 houses in the Portland area has a pit bull. There was a guy who made a joke that in Portland, where I live, Louisville, Kentucky, in the Portland area of the West End, there are pit bulls everywhere. Now, I'm not making that up. This guy said, what is Portland's mascot? A pit bull? The Portland mascot is an anchor. An anchor for the river, because we used to be a port before we joined with the city of Louisville back in the 1800s. We was a port town, and our Portland symbol has always been an anchor. Uh, but he made a funny saying our mascot, our symbol, is a pit bull. And at the time, uh, I didn't notice the situation with pit bulls here like that. And the attacks rose and everything. And I want to make this statement on this video. The reason why I'm anti-pit bull is due to my experience with them and what I've known. Just so you don't think I'm just hating on the dog, I owned 2 pit bulls at one time. And I lived with a friend who had 2 pit bulls. Now, based off of that, I'm going to do a separate video on that. But yeah, I've owned them. One was a puppy and the other one full grown. And I will no longer own a pit bull because of my experiences with them. So on that, I'm going to leave this with some food for thought that Jesus saves.